Everybody, it's Michidini. I was reading a Journal, Wall Street Journal today, and it says that the Obama administration, the White House, is trying to make up some type of compromise with religious leaders, meaning the church, about accepting some health insurance plan where they allow them to have some contraceptives. And there's a lot of churches against this, okay? But then there's churches, okay, that also may think about getting it, but because of the word, they can't really accept it, right? Because the Bible says that it's wrong. Okay, so if they ever do have to be a point where they have to accept it, they're gonna try to justify it some way, and that's wrong. Tired of compromising and bending backwards for the government and the elite. All right, it's just for them to make more money. That's all it's about. It's all economically driven. The thing is, they focus so much on this. Now they want the churches to come together. They want people to come together and help them fight against this health insurance thing that's trying to get people contraceptives. All right, I seen them on the news today. A pastor talking about the same issue that I was reading in the Wall Street Journal. I think it was like on ABC News or something like that. And I'm just thinking like all the stuff that these churches are talking about and doing, but they ain't doing shit. We still live in an individualistic, capitalistic society. These pastors and bishops, they get these big houses and nice cars, and they don't do anything for their community. They feed the homeless. These churches are worse than the damn Democrats, if you know what I'm talking about. They keep you reliant. The Democrats keep you reliant on the government, and the church keep you reliant on the church. You know what I'm saying? You be so reliant on the church, the homeless people come back to eat. You ain't giving them jobs. The people that was once employed, that's now unemployed. The church try to give them some type of temporary job, but you ain't really filling that void. Because once the economy go down again, they'll be unemployed, right? You might give them a temporary job till they find a job. What you need to be doing, you're supposed to be the father. A good father will tell you, you can't be working all your life and crawling all your life. One day you're going to have to walk. Start Bush, Clinton, Obama, many presidents before them have all said small businesses is the way. Because it provides employment. It gives people opportunity. All right. This is something that we need to go ahead and follow up on. It's something that the fathers, the churches, these pastors and bishops, these preachers, it's something that they need to touch on. And they need to say, you wouldn't be unemployed if you owned your own and understood what you need to do in a bad economy and in a good economy. No, we don't get this from the church. We get to wait until someone come down from a cloud to save your ass. And if you believe that, you're just as much as a fool. These churches don't teach these boys how to be men. They don't teach these girls how to be women. All right? And the best thing about teaching a boy, and the first thing, not only the best thing, but the first thing about teaching a boy to become a man and a woman, a girl to become a woman, is to tell them to get involved in what they believe in. What they believe in. To get involved with their community, to get involved with a commune, to collectively come together to help each other, to help one another. To give up, to sacrifice some things so that the rest of us can rise. See, we too focus on the death of some person rather than what he was doing while he was alive. He was a revolutionary. He had to keep running. He had to keep hiding. He had to talk here. He had to talk there. He was creating a movement to free people that was held captive, like Moses. The same thing. It's just that he was a little different. He was trying to fight against the Roman Empire. I'm trying to fight against the Club of Rome. Do you understand what's going on? All right? The Illuminati and all that other stuff. All right? Hidden powers, secret governments. That's what I'm fighting against. All right? So I can't go out here into big crowds, but I can talk to you on the YouTube, I'm part of the community. I'm part of the family. I'm a black sheep on the YouTube just like anybody else would. All right? That will be talking about the truth. You know? Not being funny with it, but being serious. Dead fucking serious. The church is forgetting this. All right? They're forgetting all this. Just the other day, a little girl, a little woman in East Cleveland, Ohio, got pulled over by some police officers. All right, and this is a black community, so I'm pretty sure the police officers were black. All right, got pulled over. All right, she was just trying to bag up to get herself out of the eye of traffic. Basically, she was in the aisle of traffic. She's trying to get out of the aisle of traffic. And they shot her car 10 times. Luckily, she lived. Now she's under arrest. She's going into court because of felony. They think that she was trying to back up into the police officers. Assault on a police officer. Felony. That's an automatic felony. Automatic. But the East Cleveland mayor, which is black, is thinking about how they gonna charge the police officers. We can't look at this differently. In the black community, they always set up the black people to learn how to destroy themselves. All right? To Judas themselves, basically, like Judas. But Jesus, the only way to get Jesus, they had to turn his own people against him. All right? Same thing with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. You name them. They had to use some of their own people. Gandhi, some of his own people killed him. You understand this? You understand this? Because people don't want to get involved for the good fight. People are so much into this individualistic capitalist society that all they do is care about themselves and theirs. They don't care about you. Very few do. They want to go and get the big house and the nice cars and say, God said I deserve this because I'm preaching the word. Well, you ain't doing his will. You got to do his will too. His will is revolutionary. Go into church, take that offering bucket and turn it upside down. Throw the wine out of the church. Because these staffing agencies, which are like screening agencies, they'll screen your ass for misdemeanor assaults and things like a felony, and then they do drug tests. And if you just went to church on Sunday, you go to a staffing company to try to get one of these jobs that Obama says is out there, one of these manufacturing jobs, a good pay, you got to go through a staffing company, a staffing agency to get them. They're going to do a drug test and find out, damn, you was drinking some wine the other day, probably at church. So what good is this? What are they really doing for you? People don't know this. People don't care. You got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined. You got to understand the importance of collective capitalism. Because if you don't, you will fall victim to individualistic capitalism. And that's exactly and precisely what's going on here. Everything's economically driven. We had one representative from an insurance company say, if people get to pick and choose what they want to pay for in the insurance, it defeats the purpose of having insurance. See how economically driven this is? They want to get the church involved because the church is supposed to be the center of the community. The church is supposed to get the people together collectively in the community, actually have a congregation of the community collectively, which some churches do. Churches always been known to do that. But now it's like very few go there because you know what? They ain't doing shit for the people no more. They too much about themselves. I got one church in Cleveland called the Word Church. You throw up your drugs up there, your little dime bags, put your gun up there. You know what he do? Motherfucker's a drug dealer. He give it to the people. He give back to the people in the community. Certain kids that he know, they go sell the drugs. He makes the money off of it. He go pawn the guns. He makes money off of this. He live nice. He go to a church somewhere in a bad community. Community all ran down. It ain't like it used to be. Individualistic capitalism. That's what this is. Individualistic capitalism. He ain't trying to help the collective. You think he is. It may sound good, but if you really look deep into what he's doing, you really dig deep and look deep into it, he ain't helping nobody but himself. He's the one prospering. He's the one living on the land of milk and honey, driving nice, coming down on a cloud, running up in there with the nice garments, while you looking at him with your head down, praying to somebody you've never seen in your life. And he might be the same one that accept this type of insurance. Especially if Obama's behind it, because he probably voted for Obama. You understand what I'm saying? This is the problem. Now, people may not like what I say, but shit, the truth is always going to be unpleasant, and it's always going to be harsh. Nobody likes the truth. Husband and wives, they got to lie to each other, shit. And, oh, yeah, you look good, honey, you're not fat. Yeah, you don't hear a wife tell her husband, there's a lot of other guys that's out here looking more muscular than you. They looking good. You need to get to the gym. They ain't going to say all that. They give you some half-truth and say, babe, you need to hit the gym. You say, why? Well, you just need to hit the gym. That's all, babe. I want you to be healthy. They give you some half-truth. This is what these pastors and these politicians do. They give you half-truth. People want the full truth. You want the full truth, you come to MeetYourdini.com. You come to Meet Your Dini TV onto YouTube. Because I'm a fan.